Hi there. This playlist is going to be about preventing or healing pain and injury. I've been wanting to talk about this topic in a thorough way for a long time, and it's just been put off too long. So I'm glad we're finally getting to it. And this is just sort of an overview of what we're about to do, what we're about to talk about. What I enjoy most when it comes to teaching, especially in guitar and music, is teaching what I see that's been left out. Well, I don't have to explain that. Things that nobody else is teaching. Things I wish somebody taught me a lot sooner. And when it comes to playing guitar without hurting myself, I could have used it 40 years ago. There's so many people you hear about that have injuries, popular musicians like Leo Kaki, or let's see, who's the other one? That doesn't matter. Every now and then, someone comes along. And I was reading an article when I was preparing for this about a guy. He was a professional musician, not like one of the main big names you would definitely have heard of. And he, it was such a sad story, he had to quit. And then the author of the article said something that made me, I guess, feel good, because it's my opinion too. He didn't get injured because he was playing guitar. He got injured because he was, well, that author said playing guitar wrong. I would rather just say he was not using his body in the most efficient way, and playing in such a way that, he hurt himself, because usually what it is just way too much tension and not enough relaxation. So when I came to prepare lessons about how to play guitar without pain and injury, there's just so much. There's so many, there's different topics within that topic, and there's a lot to be explained to, back up maybe, something I might say. So what it's turned into is a book. I'm writing a book called The Guitarist Safety Manual. And there's just so many ways that you can get hurt, so many ways you can stay safe. We need a manual to help us stay safe. And it's going to take a long time to finish the book. Who knows? Well, I hate to predict how long, but we don't have to wait until the book is done to start benefiting from some of these ideas. So I condensed the main ideas down into a list of safety rules, and that's given me sort of an outline for beginning the work on the book. And what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you the safety rules for playing guitar. And in this playlist, I'm going to talk about the safety rules. And that'll just be sort of an overview of the most important information that's going to be in the Guitarist Safety Manual. So as I work on the book, I'll be sharing information with you. I already have the safety rules for playing guitar, which will keep us busy for a little while. And you can make comments, ask questions, and that'll help, develop ideas for the book or for future videos. The safety rules for playing guitar are posted on my free instruction page. So I'll be reading them to you in this video, but if you would like to have a copy of them, you can go, if you're on my email list already, I've been including the link to the free instruction page on all the newsletters from January, February, March, April of this year. And I'll include that link in all future newsletters. So one thing you can do is sign up for my email list if you're not already on it, and then you'll have access to my free instruction page, and you can go there and get the PDF for the safety rules for playing guitar. And my website is going to be in the description under this video. So you can click on that website and you can sign up for my email list. Or if you're already on it and you just are having trouble finding it, just send me an email from the website. Okay, so the safety rules for playing guitar are kind of like the safety rules at a pool. They don't say why you don't dive in the shallow end. They just say no diving in the shallow end of the pool. They don't say why you don't dive in the shallow end of the pool. And we're all adults, and some of us, so you decide for yourself which rules are most important to you. And if you were a well-trained swimmer, you could get away with diving in the shallow end without breaking your neck. And you might make some personal decisions about the safety rules. But I still think they're all something valuable to consider. Some of the safety rules may challenge beliefs that you hold and beliefs that are very popular. And that's why I'm writing the book, to explain, why we might need to think differently about some of these things if we really want to play without injury and without pain. So all these rules have explanations. They're all back-upable. They're all supported by research and medical advice. I learned all these rules the hard way. The short story is I played for 15 years without hurting myself, but then I hurt myself very badly, had surgery, got somewhat better, but continued to play for 20 years with very limited abilities. And then when I got to the point where I almost lost my ability to play completely, well, that's where the story gets interesting, and that'll be in the book. But when I got my hands back and I began to be able to play more than I had for those 20 years, I learned a lot of things that I had to do differently. And I'll share all these things with you. So the book will be thorough, but it's going to take a while, and that's why I wanted to share with you the safety rules for playing guitar today. I already told you how to sign up. So I'm away from home, so I got here without a hard copy. I'm not used to reading from my computer. Wow, it's awkward for me. Okay, so my objective right now is just to share the safety rules with you. Maybe really short explanations, but the real explanation is going to come in the future videos on this playlist, okay? So, this stretching that people do with their hands, that's what I'm talking about when I say stretching. I'm talking about your delicate, beautiful, magnificent, amazing hands. Don't stretch just before practice, only after. That's one of the things I did for 20 years that didn't help. If anything, it kept me injured. Do not stretch your fingers or your hands without highly qualified professional instruction. There's a lot of people out there, they're just showing you something somebody showed them, and neither one of them are physical therapists or any such thing. We'll talk more about that later. Better yet, rule number 3, better yet, just don't stretch. Rule number 4, before practice, take a few minutes to do an exercise that is safe for you, something you already do, that will warm up your whole body, get the blood flowing. So this could just be up and down the stairs a few times, or walk for 5 minutes, or throw karate punches, just something to get the blood flowing that makes you less prone to injury. Number 5, decide to give yourself the gift of learning how your body can safely play without injury. That is a process, but it's worth a lot if you can learn how to play. Sometimes it requires changing the way you play a little bit, or changing your technique, which is very a lot of people are like, no, don't make me change the way, but I have a lot to say about how you can change technique without going crazy, without it bothering you, but that we'll talk about later. Number 6, make well-chosen guitar warm-ups and exercises a routine way of developing a technique that is healthy for you. That's actually what I was just talking about. The warm-ups and exercises, I'll teach you how to use those to change your technique, and it only takes 5 or 10 minutes of your practice time, and you don't have to worry about the old technique unless it's injuring you, but we'll talk more about those things later. Number 7, relax your hands completely and often. Not like every few minutes, not like after every song. We're talking about every few seconds. And that's kind of hard to believe that it's possible, but that is the way harpists play. And we need to learn how to do that too. That's actually one of the things that saved me, is learning to play the harp and learning how to relax every few seconds, basically constantly. This will become part of the technique that you develop during your warm-ups and exercises. Okay, safety rule number 8, play daily, even if it's just 3 minutes. It makes a big difference if you play, especially with any kind of inflammation or arthritis type of thing. Number 9, always play an easy warm-up or a very easy song first. Number 10, decide to really learn to understand the guitar fretboard. When you understand how the guitar works, then you can modify. If you get just a couple measures in your song that's hurting your hand, you can modify and change it to where you're not hurting yourself. Number 11, when faced with a passage that you cannot play safely, modify for yourself. Sounds like what I just said. Oh, we were talking about understand the guitar. That's rule 10. 11 is modify for yourself. Rule 12, if you feel a dull achy pain, check technique, posture, breathe, relax, proceed with caution, stop soon. Now that rule and the next rule, I have a little bit more to say. Rule 13 is if you feel a sharp stabbing pain, stop immediately. It's a tough choice sometimes when we need to rest and when it's better to play on. Now we're running out of, we'll talk more about how to make that decision in the future lessons. Number 14, if you insist on stretching, do it. I'm talking about your fingers and your hands. If you insist on stretching, do it only when your body is warmed up and only when you will not be playing during the next 30 minutes. We'll talk about the research that supports this habit. It's easier to injure yourself if you've stretched less than 30 minutes ago. Number 15, focus on the process, not the result. Number 16, do something else to exercise your full body, especially your forearms and extending your fingers. We're always going like this. We want to do an exercise that extends our fingers. Okay, so that's the beginning of the playlist about the Guitarist Safety Manual. So remember, you can get the safety rules for playing guitar through my website, which is in the description underneath this video. Yeah, and please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.